Chiefly, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Having money on my mind, I having money in my pocket. Bone marrow roasted, spread it on the rosemary bread, lightly toasted, drizzle with the vinaigrette.
Alright guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you check out my link tree. It has all the important links for my Telegram, the Nexo Bank and also Celsius Bank that we'll be talking about in order to incorporate this strategy into your crypto plans. And then follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the passive profit platforms that I'm in that are yielding me $900 a month consistently. What's up YouTube, it's your boy Kakashi Crypto. This is how it's going, and in this video we're going to be doing a thought experiment. So we're going to be assuming a couple things. We're going to be assuming that number one, the cryptocurrency space is here to stay and that it's going to continue to have exponential growth throughout our lifetime. As a millennial, I think that is definitely possible. And then we're also going to assume that Chainlink will be a top 10 token and that it will have a price appreciation of around 200% on average each year, at least for the next 10 years, assuming that it's going to be pivotal in the financial infrastructure of the cryptocurrency space. So those are the two things that we're going to assume. If you guys don't know what compound interest is, basically it's how you can turn 90 Link into 1700 Link, okay? But just to give you guys a quick explanation on what compound interest is, according to Albert Einstein, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, he who doesn't pays it. Now I don't know if he exactly said this, but Albert Einstein is a very smart man and he realizes a lot of things that normal people don't realize. It's not your goal to reinvent the wheel, just think about what smart people do, think about the good things that they recognize and try capitalize on it. That's basically my plan. So also in this video, you're gonna have, or I'm gonna assume that you have sets of money. So you have a hodl stash that you're never going to sell, then you have a trading stash, and then you have maybe an intermediary term stash that you're going to hold for a set period of time, etc, etc. I think that's very important to categorize your money and have it in different sectors, because if you just have one stash that you're going to buy and sell, yeah, you can do okay, but you need to be thinking long term, especially for this strategy, but we'll get into that. So what is compound interest? Well, compound interest is basically the interest you get on existing interest. It's earned and it's added on top of the money that you have previously earned on your simple interest. Over time, compounding interest can result in exponential growth of your account balance at an increasing rate. This is known as the miracle of compound interest. That is basically what it is in layman's terms. Just to give you a bit of a further breakdown, let's imagine that you make an initial deposit of $100 to your savings account. The deposit earns 5% annual interest. So after 1 year, you will have $105. The following year, you earn a 5% interest on the previous interest, which brings a balance of $110.25 and so on. Now, this is just for fiat currency. As crypto investors, what do we know? We know that fiat is worthless. They're printing bucket loads of it as we speak right now, and they will continue to do that in the future. Whereas cryptocurrencies, they are limited in supply. So in the same fashion that you can earn 5% on $100 of fiat, if you were to buy $100 of Chainlink, and that's to go up by, let's say, 200%, so you get 3x on that, it becomes $300, and you earn 5% on that, that's around $15 worth of Chainlink that you've earned. And yes, cryptocurrency is volatile, so it could go down in value short term, but long term, for this thought experiment, we're assuming that the price of cryptocurrency will go up and continue to go up. So having said that, we're going to assume, or not assume, we're going to say that we've bought $90 of Chainlink, or 90 Chainlink, sorry. This is in British pounds, but you can change it to any currency that you like. You can also change it to other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, yada yada yada. You get the gist. However, we're not focused on those for this video, okay? So we're talking about Chainlink, and this is just in pounds, but you guys, like I said, you can change it. And we're going to assume that you add 10 Link every month to your position, not taking into consideration buying and selling the tops. That's for your trading stash, okay? You're going to assume that you're adding to this as like a savings account. We also assume that we're doing this on a monthly basis over 10 years, and that the price of Chainlink will appreciate by 200% every year. Big assumptions, I know, but very, very possible. So there's two accounts that you can go with. You can go with Nexo or you can go with Celsius. Nexo have 5% daily or 5% yearly compound interest, but you get your rewards daily, which snowballs the funds a lot quicker than it would with other apps. Okay guys, so the reason that we're talking about Nexo is because they pay you daily on your compound interest. So the difference is that if you look at this parabolic growth curve here, essentially if you get paid your compound interest daily, it grows exponentially a lot quicker than it would if you were to get that payment on a monthly basis. So I know I don't have another graph showing you the difference between the two, but just imagine a steeper line basically over the long term. It's a lot better for your ROI, as you're able to snowball your funds a lot quicker than you would if you were to get paid on a monthly basis. So you're still getting compound interest, it's just that it's at a faster rate, it's at a quicker snowballing rate. I'm not sure about Celsius, but in terms of the APY, it is lower, so you would want to go with the more competitive platform. One thing to bear in mind is that if you're sending funds from Nexo to a cryptocurrency exchange, then I do believe Nexo operates with a smart contract platform. So sending it over to an exchange you may have some issues, as I've had in the past sending Ethereum over to Bybit, simply because some platforms and exchanges do not accept money or crypto from smart contracts. Okay, so these are the assumptions that we've made. Okay, we've bought $90 or 90 links, sorry, and we're adding 10 link every month. Not to consider the price appreciation or depreciation of Chainlink, we're just assuming we're buying 10 link every month for the next 10 years. Okay, so you can see how powerful a strategy this can be. You start off here with £900 worth of link, which is roughly $1,100 or so, and you can see here regular deposits of £1,159, and the total interest that you get on year one is £71, and the total value increase of your crypto would be £4,200. Okay, so the total that you would have after 1 year would be £6,299 worth of Chainlink. After year 2, you're continuing to add the same amount. You still have the initial deposit of around £900 or so. You regularly add $200 or $2,318 worth of link every month, and the interest that you accumulate is £206 worth of Chainlink, and the total value increase of Chainlink would be £13,573, giving you a total value of 16,000 and basically 700. And we continue to do this year on year on year. After year 5, your regular deposits would be roughly around 5,000, and this is just thought experiment. You may not have the, but let's assume over time that your net worth appreciates, that you have more money, have several, you're able to, okay, this is just a thought experiment, but your regular deposits would be roughly £5,795, and your interest every year would be £1,020. Okay, and the total value of your Chainlink after this would be £82,000. And we skip all the way to 10. The regular deposits would be £11,591. Your total interest would be £3,970, and the total cryptocurrency value increase would be around 328,000, and that's just for fiat. If you were to put it in Chainlink terms, you can see here that you get 1,700 link after 10 years just from compound interest, and this is just from adding 10 link. Let's just say you didn't add any link at all. Where would that get us? So we'd still have quite a good increase, in my personal opinion. You start off with 90 link and you'd end up with 148 link. But due to the fact that the Chainlink that you have has already increased in value on average by 200% a year, that would give your fiat value of Chainlink exponential returns. So you start off with roughly £1,000 worth of Chainlink, and your compound interest would follow. The first year, £44, £91, £140, £192, £246, £300, £363, £426, £493, and then in the 10th year it would be £562, with the total value of your Chainlink being 5 figures, and you started with 3 figures. And I know this is over a long time frame, but this is why I mentioned having different stashes of money. So you want to have your hodl stash, where this can be applied for your favorite top 3 cryptos, maybe Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Chainlink. Something I'm definitely considering doing. And then you can have your other stash where you're actively trading with those funds to either get you more income and more crypto for this bull run that we're currently going through, and that you can cash out and use to do whatever you want with the plans that you have for the rest of your life, and you still have this comfort safety net of crypto that is your savings, that is for the long term, that you're not going to touch. Let's say you have a goal of retiring in, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, not working again. A strategy like this can be very, very powerful, as the compound interest literally does the work for you. Obviously, it's a bit of time, but in retrospect, time flies, okay? I remember being 17 like it was yesterday, okay? So this is just one strategy for you guys. Obviously, a lot of you guys may not be interested in this, but I think it's definitely worth it, especially if crypto is the new Nasdaq, if it's the new S&P 500, if we're continuing to see billionaires get in on this, where CBDCs become when CBDCs become an actual thing, they'll just be a part of the cryptocurrency. I really think that cryptocurrency is here to stay, and for the rest of our lifetimes. Like, just to go on a bit of a rant here, every generation they have their money generating not activity, what's the word, money generating trend for that generation. So the previous generation, they had, the boomers, they had housing, they could buy houses for really cheap. They also had the stock market. Previous generation before that, I'm sure they had things like oil and other noticeable companies that were around at that time that they were able to profit on, give them exponential gains in terms of their wealth. Unfortunately, I don't know much about the 1800s, so I can't give you an example of what was trending, but you guys get the gist of where I'm going with this. Crypto is here to stay. Yes, it's volatile, but that just plays into the strategy. Okay, so maybe you might not be able to buy Chainlink every month at the peaks, but let's say you are able to buy more Chainlink when we do go into a bear market. It plays into part, you wouldn't necessarily have to add every month. You could probably and possibly wait until we have a bear market, you see the all-time low, and let's say you have some fiat stashed and saved up, you can then deploy that, buy as much Link as possible, and therefore you could sort of reset the target for your compound interest target and your compound interest calculations. So yeah, it's a long-term strategy, but with crypto, with investing in general, with trading, the longer the time frame, the more powerful, the more exponential the gains that you have. Imagine investing, I don't know, £100 or £1,000 in Apple when they had the IPO, or when they first publicly traded. That £1,000 would be worth a whole lot of money now. And I see the same thing for cryptocurrency and for top 10 cryptos. Not for every crypto, but for top 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, those ones especially. Okay guys, so like I said, that was a thought experiment. This assumes that the price of cryptocurrency will continue to appreciate in value over the next 10, 20 years, whatever. I personally think it will. I think this is like the newest version of the stock market, and for the rest of our lifetimes this will always be a thing. And like with the stock market, some stocks are shit. Okay, there's gonna be shit coins, but if you stick with reputable coins that have a strong narrative, strong use case, then I believe you'll do well. Obviously, you do have to monitor your investments, but let's say like 10 years from now, Bitcoin, if, like, I know this is pipe dreams, this is moon boy talk, but if Bitcoin was to be trading at $1 million per coin, then like something like Chainlink, it's not far-fetched that it could be trading for like £10,000 or $10,000 per coin. Like, it's not that far-fetched. If CBDCs are to become a thing, if oracles are to become a strong narrative for the next cryptocurrency bull run, and you know, for the rest of the cryptocurrency entirety. So yeah, potentially you could be telling your grandkids about how you got rich buying like coins at such cheap prices. But okay, that's enough moon boy talk. Hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye bye.